Martin had no... If he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. Unbelievable. So, Kobe, starting with you. How devastating, utterly devastating has 2025 been for Jorge Martin so far before the season has actually even officially begun?
Josh, this movie actually sounds a little familiar to me. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. But Jorge Martin's situation, suffering injuries like this, it's almost reminded me of what Marquez has been through in the last few years. Hopefully not to that extent, but yeah, it's been really unfortunate for Jorge to get injured, back to back like this. I remember when we talked about his injury here on this show just a few weeks ago in testing, and then he had the surgery. And I remember I said on that show that I believe that he should wait until he's fully ready to go before trying to get back on the bike. And apparently he was trying hard to race in Thailand this weekend. And we don't really know many details about the training accident that happened. But being, just a few weeks removed from surgery, I know that other hand than his foot, probably not in tip top shape to be riding a bike. Probably would be really foolish for him to even try it, even if he hadn't suffered the train and accident, because this is it's not like you can get in a stock car or whatever, and try to baby it. This is a motorcycle, and if you're already recovering from a surgery of a serious injury like this, and you go off on that bike, have a high side or something, like, oh, that's not going to be good at all. And to hear that he suffered another injury and had 2 surgeries, and just this year, it's just yeah, the right word is devastating for him. We're looking forward to seeing what he could do with Aprilia this year after his departure from Ducati, but now that's going to have to wait. And it's already safe to say, we already knew this when he was switching on Aprilia, that that he probably was not going to defend his MotoGP World Championship, and he's definitely not now. But like Adam said here in the chat, Jorge Martin should recover 100% before returning to MotoGP. Sending best wishes to him. And that was one of the gripes I had about Marquez. When he went through his list of injuries the last couple of years, it seemed like Mark always tried to rush himself back before he was truly ready. And then he just kept getting hurt, missing races, And I understand, that these athletes, that they love this, that this is their livelihood, this is their lives, this is what they love to go out and do. But at the same time, you really need to think about your health. And I think that making sure you go through the process of recovering from surgery is the best way moving forward. There was no way Jorge Martin it should have even attempted to try to race this weekend in Thailand, and now he's gonna have to miss even more time. And I really hope that he'll decide to listen to his body and really wait until he's truly ready to come back. Or it might be a situation like Marquez again, where Jorge Martin will try to come back too soon, and then he'll get injured and miss even more races. Just really hate to see this on the eve of the new season.
Yeah, it really just terrible. I mean, we don't even know how good he is on this bike, Jorge Martin, because he had 4 laps at Sepang before he crashed the first time and hurt himself, and now he's fallen off. I believe from what I heard today, it was a super motard bike in Andorra near his home at a go-kart track, and he high-sided and flicked him off. He also damaged his other heel. He didn't need an operation, but he's broken his heel on the other foot. So there is also that to play around with. Also, Spanish media seem to think that he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, maybe. So that's going to rule him out for Argentina, which is the 16th of March, so 2 weeks away. And then they go straight from there. 2 weeks after that is Cota for the American round. So we might not see Jorge Martin until, he says, looking at the calendar, Jerez, which is the end of April, because that's the only round in April for MotoGP. So he's got a good chunk of time there to come back. But I agree with Adam. Stay at home, get fit, get well. You're not going to win the it was a very slim chance he was going to defend the championship anyway, because it's Ducati Cup again in MotoGP, or will be this season when we get underway.
You haven't seen Superbikes, have you?
I haven't, but I'll come to that in a minute. So stay at home, get fit, get well, come back, spend the year learning the bike, figuring out the issues. They've got Bezzecchi as his teammate. He's gone really well in testing, so that they've got positives there. Use Marco as the number one, even though Jorge's got the one on the front, and then come back for a real championship push in 26. Yeah, two current world champions in the two big motorcycle sports championships of the world, not riding Ducatis, complaining about or having much bad luck and complaining about Ducatis. Because Thomas wasn't be after Superbike at Phillip Island at the weekend either, was he?
It's the circle of life. Or he needs to do a Casey Stoner and go to four-wheel motorsports. He's done it too.
Oh, it's not near me. I have my Red Bull Casey Stoner supercar, but it's in the cupboard and I can't remember to get it. Didn't go particularly greatly well for Casey, and he gave up after a year of Super 2. That was all that was going to be. He was going to do the Wayne Gardner and go supercars, but after a year, he packed it in.
And if I'm not very mistaken, Casey's got a medical condition, doesn't he, as well?
Yes, that was what hampered most of the end of his Ducati era, wasn't it? And since then, now he's off riding. Did those pop-up stuff for TNT over the last couple of years, hasn't he? Done a few punditry jobs, but to be fair, he's well.
Riding those Ducatis in the early 2010s was deadly. It was not the best place to be, was it? The amount of injuries, and it ended Rossi, it ended Lorenzo, it ended Casey. It was
hurt during that too.
It was not good, not good.